Hi all, and welcome back to a new video, and this is the all-important one that I suspect a lot of you have been waiting for, which is the Grand National preview video. In this video, I'm going to go actually through them all. You know, I've got the Racing Post app, I'm going to go through them all from starting price down pretty quickly, because a few of them, obviously, like especially near the end, are a bit... and at the end of it, I'm going to give you one bet. Like, obviously, people are going to say, which is probably right, that if you're backing anything in the National, it's probably better to be each way. I'm going to give you one win bet and then 3 each way bets. So I am giving myself 4 chances, but the 3 each way bets are all pretty sizable prices, so I don't think that's mine. Like, it's the National, everyone wants a big price horse. And to be honest, apart from obviously the one win bet, I am opposing the rest of the ones at the top of the market. So start off here, and at the moment the 11-1 joint favourites are Black Lion, Annabelle Fly and Tiger Roll, of which I fancy none of. I don't think, because I'm going to go through them quickly, because it's only 40 runners. Black Lion, I still don't think stays. I know they think differently, but I was on him last year. I thought 2 out, our Christmas had come home, and didn't stay. And then that run at Haydock last time really put me off, because it looked like he was back, this would be a better year, but that really put me off. Annabelle Fly I just can't have, because if you look at Annabelle Fly, she cannot string 2 good performances together. She won the Paddy Power, then fell at Leopardstown, and she drove, I don't think she actually has it. I know she ran very well in the Gold Cup, she ran much better than I thought she would, but I just can't have her. Tiger Roll I'm actually a big fan of. Obviously I tipped him up for the cross country. He's just a small horse and he does tend to plough through fences. Like even in the final fence or the final like brush hurdle of the cross country, he just didn't pick up his feet. And therefore how am I going to think he's going to... Like if he does that at Beecher's Brook, he's going to end up on the deck. So I couldn't have him. My winning bet here is Total Recall at 12-1. And I know he fell last time out at Cheltenham at 3 out. But I thought that was a bit of an unlucky fall. He kind of stumbled on landing at the back of 3 out. And probably would have come 3rd or 4th, I think. He was staying on. He wasn't going to get to the front 2, I know that. But he was staying on. And actually, I know a lot of people have made the case, oh, well, like, say Manila Rocco or something, who's top weight is the class horse in the race. I don't think I think Total Recall is the class horse in the race when you look at it. He's won the Ladbrokes Trophy. No one else in here has won the Ladbrokes Trophy. And he won the Cork National pulling treble, not even double. So I think, and the fact he's number 6, like he's not even top weight, I think Total Recall's got a smashing chance here if he stays on his feet, which I think he will, because I think he'll respect these fences quite well, and therefore you could be into the money. See you at midnight. Too many risks and connotations for me. You know, second run back after a long enough absence. I know he's been planned out for this. I know I love Brian Hughes, but not for me. Beta Seals has been subject to a massive gamble. 50-1, I think, at the start of the week. He's now she is 16-1 for Russell Sullivan and Katie Walsh. I love the pairing. Like, I love Katie Walsh as a jockey. I think she's a cracking jockey. And if anyone's going to get this mare home, it will be her. But I just don't think she's good enough. Like, I don't think the issue... There's no issue with stamina, I don't think. There's no issue with the jumping. I just think you have to be a certain class to win the National. Usually. Now, maybe on soft ground it's different. And I don't think that mare actually fills that. Last Samurai can't have. If he couldn't win the cross country, he's not going to win here. Uccello Conti... He could run a good race, you know. He's one that if you're a big each way player, he's probably high up on your estimations, but he's a very, very vulnerable for win purposes. I just know for Sue Smith, has a chance actually, 20-1, but I don't know the horse well enough if I'm being honest. There's a few in here I'm kind of going, I haven't seen them run that much, but I just know I wouldn't be able to comment on much. Captain Redbeard for Stuart and Sam Coulthard. I did see him coming 2nd, was it? At Haydock. And he won next time out, and he won previously to that 2nd. So he's in cracking form. Again, he'd be a bit similar for Beta Zeal with me, although the fact he's running off a featherweight, you know, he might have a squeak, but not for me. The Dutchman, Colin Tizard, has said this horse is just Grand National written all over him. I don't really see it myself. Regal Encore, he's got all the class to be there, but I don't think he'll string it all together. He's a sloppy jumper at the best of times. Villion Rouge, a very good horse. I like the horse. He won the Ultimate twice in a row, I think. But he's been beaten well in 2 nationals now and hasn't looked like he's stayed in either of them. Gasline Boy was very close to making my 3 each way selections. My only issue is you look back at last year's run and he doesn't stay at the back of the last. And it's a long, long run in home here. And again, he tends to make the odd mistake, and I just don't think he's going to stay well enough to win. Now he could run another big race, I suppose, but he's another year older now. He's now 12. Not for me. Raz de Marie, love the horse, but surely can't win this. Too old, and just not quite good enough. Milan's Bar. I know Bryony Faust. I'm a big fan of Bryony Faust. It's been fantastic this year, but she is going to have to pull off one more miracle to get Milan's Bar home. Rachel Blackmore and Alpha des Obo. Again, big fan of Rachel Blackmore. Alpha des Obo, it's not without a chance, but he's high enough in the weights for what he is. Shantou Flyer ran a great race at Cheltenham. Was a good horse for Colin Bowe. Then Rebecca Curtis, now Richard Hobson. He's been very good for Richard Hobson without winning. Has a squeak, but that's all I could say. Vicente, I reckon, surprised they're even running in it. I think as it's seen, the Scottish National suits him much better. Pleasant Company. Now, we're on to an each way shot here. Pleasant Company at 40 to 1. Again for Willie Mullins, this time with David Mullins in the saddle. And my reasoning for this, because I know you could well make the point that if I'm not picking Gasline Boy because he faded out of it last year, then why am I picking Pleasant Company? And his form this year has been abysmal. But from what I can see, I watched the race back. He was around 2nd or 3rd when he came to Valentine's on the 2nd circuit, which is the 25th, I think, 24th maybe. And he belted Valentine's. Was very lucky not to fall. And after that, that's one of those mistakes, a bit like Jackadam in the 2017 Gold Cup at 2 out. Now, he would have probably been beat anyway, Jackadam. But it's a type of mistake that just kind of, like the petrol gauge just goes into the red. Like it's suddenly Ruby Walsh was holding on to absolutely nothing, having seemingly been holding on to everything going into Valentine's. So if he doesn't make that earth-shuddering mistake, he could well have a sniff here. But this is my big each way because I'm a massive fan of the horse. 50 to 1, Carlingford Lock. Trained by John Kiley, ridden by Mark Walsh. Mark Walsh loves the horse, John Kiley loves the horse. And Carlingford Lock is a great horse. And he's been a fantastic horse for connections. 2 Irish Gold Cups, a Punchestown Gold Cup, a Galway Plate. He's been poor enough this year, but he was out a lot earlier this year than he usually is. He usually is out kind of quite late. His first run of the year might be in the Lexus or whatever it's called now, the 11% Christmas Chase. But he was out a lot earlier this year, and he's just dropped down in the handicap. Now he's running off 10-11 in the National. Now, he is 12, so you could make the point that he's just not the horse he was. Fair. But from the way he always finished races over 3 miles and 3 miles 1 and even the Gold Cup on Don Cossack when he was 4th, finished like a train. I don't think the issue is going to be the stamina here. And actually, certainly, if you talk about class horses in inverted commas, Carlingford Lock must be right there, and he's running off 10-11. That's not bad for me, so I'll take a punt at 50s. Chase the Spud is also at 50s for Fergal O'Brien. His last 2 starts have been poor, shouldn't be good enough. Warrior's Tail, don't know much about the horse, but I feel it's Paul Nicholls going to throw darts at the board at this stage. By Wise, just not a good enough jumper and a very inconsistent. Houblon des Obeaux, very close again to my list of each wires. Just because of Venetia Williams' cracking record in the last couple of weeks. If you backed every horse Venetia Williams was training, you'd be in the profit the last couple of weeks, having made awful deficits all year. has a good chance, I suppose. He ran okay in it last year when staying on actually for 10th, but not for me. Final nudge, I don't think will stay. Valserlito, not the horse he was. And we come to our last each way bet, which is Saint R, whose last two figures were P and P. Didn't run any race, didn't go a tap in the cross country. But it's about Aintree form at the end of the day. And he's come second and third in two renewals of this. Second in 2015, third in 2017. Now, I suppose the worry is the ground for him. He does need that little bit better ground, so I'm hoping for a few drying days. But 66 to 1, he usually runs very well. You know he gets the trip well. He usually jumps over the fences sound enough. And Adrian Heskin could put this guy into the mix. Virgilio, too many unknowns for me. Lord Windermere, nowhere near the horse he was. Bless the Wings, has disappointed me the last two times. I'm not going to go near. Thunder and Roses is a reserve. Perfect Candidate, shouldn't be good enough. Pendra ran a stinker in the Kim Muir. Children's List, not for me. Road to Riches, love the horse, but it's all gone wrong since that crushing fall in the Punchestown Gold Cup. Beeves ran no race in the cross country, so couldn't pack it. Maggio, not for me. For Patrick Griffin and Brendan Powell. Double Ross, no, I don't think. And Tenor Nivene. Manella Rocco actually is an on-runner. I didn't see that. That must be new enough news. So actually, is Thunder and Roses must be in the race. Still don't think he's any help. But anyway, so just to conclude, I've rattled through the end of them there because I don't particularly think they've much chance. To conclude, my winning bet for the Grand National is Total Recall, and my three each way bets are Pleasant Company at 40 to 1, Carlingford Lock at 50 to 1, and Saint R at 66 to 1. So they're lick your lips each way prices if they come in. I'd say shop around most bookmakers. You know, most bookmakers play 6 or 7 places on the National, and you could get one or two of those sneaking into those places. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please do give it a like and subscribe to the channel down below. And also tell me who you are tipping for this year's Randox Health Grand National. Best of luck.